Hey everyone, today's video is going to be about the new PC3000 portable system that I've received. I've been meaning to make a video about it, show you what the device is, how to use it, and maybe help anyone that's looking to transition into data recovery. So data recovery field is a bit tricky and not much info out there about how to use, how to start your own business, how to work on hard drives and stuff like that. So yeah, let me just quickly grab the box here. So the portable system actually comes in this cool box by AceLAB. Comes with a manual. This is the manual for it. This is serial number and activation instructions, some cables and whatnot. These are terminal adapters, some SSD adapters. And this is the NVMe adapter to SATA, which you'll plug in right into the PC3000 portable. Yeah, that's basically, I'm not gonna do like a unboxing or anything like that, but this is the unit. So this is PC3000 portable. This is how it looks. And I'm gonna plug it in to power, show you two different modes. There's a standalone mode and there is a mode where you plug into your computer to do the job and use the software. So this does have a standalone mode as opposed to, let's say, PC3000 Express or any of the other cards that I have there. In that this has a standalone, whereas the other PC3000 cards, they don't. They're just cards. It's basically a PCI Express card that you plug into your motherboard. And you plug in the SATA ports afterwards. So let me just put everything back together. All right, so this is the standalone mode. What this mode is basically is you don't need a computer. As you see, I don't have a computer plugged in. This is just PC3000 portable and nothing else, just giving it power. In this mode, you can do some basic things where you can run diagnostics, copy, so you can directly copy one drive to the other from these ports. So you have port 0 here, you have a USB port here, you have port 2 and port 1. This here is write protection. So for example, if you plug in something, let's say you plug in your source in port 0, sometimes you want to enable write protection in case something happens where you accidentally mix the source and the destination. Also, this is used for forensic purposes to preserve timestamps, metadata, etc., for some cases that you're working on. So it has, several uses. But yeah, very useful to have write protection here just in case something like that happens. So yeah, so you have those two. These are all the settings, diagnostics, copying, erasing settings. Let me take you through diagnostics actually. I'm going to plug in a drive that is working. This video is not going to go into depth about how to use this thing, just a quick product illustration. This is the SATA cable that it comes with. So this end goes into the PC3000 portable. I plugged in a Western Digital 2.5-inch drive just for demonstration purposes. All right, so let's do diagnostics. So we're going to hit OK. We're going to do port 0. And we're going to select it as a regular hard drive. So we're going to do power on. Is it spinning? Yeah, it's spinning now. And now you can do read ID. So we read the entire ID. Let's go back. It's hard looking at the screen and doing this, by the way. So you can do some retest. You can do sector view where we can view sector 0, for example. Yeah, so that is LBA 0. And then we can move on to the next LBA. So this drive has been wiped, so you're not going to see any data on there. Let's do the retest quickly. So this is the retest to see if this drive is healthy, if it has any issues really. All right, we're going to hit abort. So we're going to do back. Yeah, that's basically it. So pretty convenient if you don't have a laptop on you and you just have this PC3000 portable system. It's a pretty convenient feature to have. Now let's power it off actually. So we're going to go here, power off, and hit back. There you go. So that's the standalone mode. If you want to copy things, by the way, you can do it directly. I'm not going to do that now. I don't want this video to get too long. It's already getting longer than I anticipated it to be. If you want to copy something, you simply select the copying option. So you click that, port 0, and you select this, and then you select destination, and that's it. So you can do the copying in this standalone setup here. You just plug the ports in accordingly. Yeah, that's one of the features of this thing. A couple of things to note, actually. The difference between this PC3000 portable and let's say the Express system, this can alter firmware, so it can change firmware. It allows you to work with firmware. This is a bit different than, let's say, DeepSpar, where DeepSpar is just a disk imager. It does not allow you to work with firmware. They have some presets for, I think, Western Digital and all that to work with some modules in firmware, but it's definitely nothing like PC3000. This would be comparable to other data recovery systems like, you know, DFL, MRT, and so on and so on. So this is not just a imager or a cloning, you know, device or anything like that. This setup here allows you to work with firmware, to do firmware modifications, etc., and then fix, you know, the drives that way. So I think that's an important feature to touch base on. Also, this PC3000 portable does support SAS, so if you have a SAS drive, you just need an adapter that they'll be making in the future. I spoke with Ace and they told me that that is indeed correct. The chipset inside does support SAS drives, so you don't need a PC3000 Express or a UDMA card coupled with the SAS card to work on SAS drives, because they sell the SAS card separately. So PC3000 mainly has 3, or actually 4, in this case, 4 cards that they sell. They have the UDMA, which is the entry model. They have the Express system, which is pretty much the same thing, just gives you 2 extra ports. And then they have the SAS card, and then they have something like this, the portable. You can check their website. I'm going to put a link in there. For anybody looking to begin with data recovery, this is actually very useful information so that you can, you know, take a look at and see what's going on. This PC3000 portable is about 10,000, give or take. You'd have to speak to Ace. They do offer some sort of, you know, discounts if you've been with them before. I have a lot of their products, so, you know, they always try to take care of the customer in that regard, which is pretty good. You know, they have good service. You can't complain there. Let's move on to taking this and connecting it to the computer. All right, so I went ahead and plugged PC3000 portable into my machine. I'm going to show you guys what's going on and how to use the software, just briefly, how it looks, different modes that it has. So PC3000 portable has 2 modes. You have the standard, and then you have the easy mode. So easy mode is obviously for beginners. It doesn't have as many features as the standard mode has, or advanced. So I'm just going to start with easy mode quickly. So I went ahead and plugged the same drive that we've used in port 0. I'm going to hit OK. So this is what pops up. Let me minimize this. This is the window that allows you to select the ports. You're going to select 0 because that's the source. Hit OK. And this here now is the easy mode main window in PC3000 portable. So you have a couple of things here. You can hit, first let's power it on. We can refresh. Drive ID, so okay. Now we have ID, we have the capacity. This allows you to check smart, view sectors. The option that I'm going to focus on is this automatic checkup button. Pretty convenient if you don't really know a lot about drives and you're new to data recovery. So you would click this, you'd hit start, and it would check everything for you. Also gives you some graphs here in terms of the performance of the drive. It will tell you if there's a password on it, which is important as well. If there's a user password, you can also remove that user password with the provided password. Okay, so now it's checking the heads for you. Of course, these are all processes that you can do yourself. They're, you know, readily available in the standard version of this software, which I'll show you quickly again. I don't want to wait too long, so this is taking a bit longer than expected, but I guess we can fast forward it. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what this feature does, it basically checks the heads, checks sector access, all that stuff. with one button. Convenient, again, if you don't really know what to look for in PC3000 and you're new to it. A lot of the time with damaged drives, you won't get ID. So if you don't get ID, obviously you won't get anything else here. Maybe you get power, you get these check marks here and stuff like that. All right, so that was PC3000 portable easy mode. Now let's load up a standard mode. Same thing, you're gonna select the port that you want. All right, this is the standard PC3000 welcome screen. This looks exactly like the PC3000 Express, so this is Express, and then this is portable. So again, the difference between the Express and the portable system, the main difference, I would say, in that the portable, you can take it with you to the job that you're working on. A lot of companies have a rule where they can't give you the drive or any device that you're working on for security purposes. So with the PC3000 portable, in my opinion, the biggest advantage is that you can take this portable system with you to that company, to that site that you need to get the drive or data recovered from, and then do the work there, which is really convenient. And again, it does the same thing that the Express system does. Obviously, this doesn't have as many ports as the Express system, but this will have its advantages in that it has SAS support sort of built in, so you don't need another card for SAS. And yeah, it has the standalone mode, which is good. Yeah, so we have the ready lights here, so we're gonna hit auto detect, start. And for this video isn't for those that are familiar with PC3000, by the way. This is a strictly introductory video for those looking to get into data recovery and into the PC3000, I guess, software and hardware combination. So this is the next screen. After you'd hit that auto detect, you'd hit start. This tells you a little bit about what's going on here, how many heads, if you have service area access, all that stuff. Again, I'm not going to get into too much details about it, but this window here allows you to do advanced things. You can edit defect lists. You can work with the modules here. You can do module checking. Whereas with the easy mode, I don't think you can. I guess it's one of those things where easy mode is not really going to be used for long once you do get the hang of the standard mode here. These are the modules here, and you can view them. All right, and then to check heads, you'd go in tools, no, tests, and then where is the head test actually? Oh, here, yeah, heads test. The reason that these buttons here, they differ for each drive, so you sort of have to remember for each drive, and you'd have to make a couple of clicks before you land in the right page. But wait, in this case, it's you click here in the heads test. Actually, in a lot of the drives, it's this button here, and you'd hit heads test, and then it will show you which heads to choose and test. So this test is, I wouldn't necessarily say it should be used in recoveries very often. Whenever you have a drive that's damaged, you want to get the data as soon as possible. You want to sort of extract the data as soon as possible without any additional tests or stressing the drive or anything like that. So there's debate on whether you should do a heads test at some point or not. I've used the heads test feature. It does come in handy, but again, each case is different. So that's basically one of the many options here. So there are a lot of canned solutions, so to speak, like this one here, the solve slow responding problem. This solution you can do manually. Again, not to prolong this video, I'm already doing that. PC3000 is great in that it allows you to fix a lot of firmware issues with a single click without you having to manually do it. A good example is this one here, the solve slow responding problem. This, you can click it. It's gonna basically clear the reload list, disable relocation, all that stuff. Yeah, all of these tick marks here. You can do all of these actions separately, but is it really needed? I don't really do it separately. I do check the modules, especially the reload list, make sure it's good. You can read it and all that stuff. And then I just do the slow responding problem because it's a canned solution, so to speak. So they do have canned solution. That's what I'm trying to touch base on here. They do have canned solutions where you'll eventually just start remembering them and clicking them and, you know, fixing your issue that way instead of just doing it manually. I think a lot of people, when they first start this, they do use the canned solutions, so to speak, and then they move on to doing it manually, etc., etc. So yeah, that's basically it. So this is the software, the differences in the software between the two, the easy mode and, you know, the standard mode. So this is standard mode again. Let me show you easy mode one more time. So you see easy mode here, you have a lot of the options missing. You just have source, target, and that's it. You have some options here, you know, check smart. All right, so that was basically a quick, I guess, demonstration, if you want to call it that, of the PC3000 portable system that I have here. Showed you guys a little bit about what's inside the package, how to use it, the different modes, standalone mode versus the mode when you're connected to PC. And then inside that, the software itself has an easy mode and then the standard modes. That's it for today. And as always, enjoy your day.